Justice Binta Nyako of a federal high court yesterday ordered the Nigerian Senate to recall Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. She was also given some conditions as well for disobeying the gag order that was previously, given to both her and Senator Akpabio. It is now obvious that, she needs to go back to her responsibilities. But the question is, will the Nigerian Senate receive her back? Are they ready to call off the 6 month suspension? Anyway, we are now hearing from the Nigerian Senate spokesperson in person of Yemi Adaramodu, who is saying that unless Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, fulfilled those conditions that she was given, which is that she must public an apology or in two national dailies, she must also post it on her own social media page as well, apologizing for the satirical apology that she posted a few months ago. You guys, we are just here waiting to see if Senator Natasha is going to go on to apologize, because it seems as if it is the apology that they really want. You guys don't forget that immediately, this drama started, the Nigerian Senate were willing to give her a lesser punishment or to just overlook, what she did if she apologized. And I think that that is one thing that Senator Natasha is not ready to do. But this time around, saying that it is that apology that is standing in between her and her responsibility as a senator of a federal republic of Nigeria. Maybe she's just going to reconsider, who knows. But before we delve right into the details of today's news, if you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Please make sure you subscribe, turn on the post notification bell so that you'll be the first person to get notified each time we upload a new video. Give this video a massive thumbs up. The thumbs up button down below, yes, click on it. That way you are encouraging and helping us build this channel, because we'll continue to give you more reliable and authentic news, and YouTube will also be able to recommend this video to other YouTube viewers all around the world. Lastly, please leave your opinions in the comments section below. Yesterday as well, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan broke her silence just immediately after the announcement in court by Justice Binta Nyako. Take a look at all of that in a bit, guys. The Nigerian Senate has declared that Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan will not be reinstated immediately, despite a federal high court ruling overturning a 6 month suspension. Justice Binta Nyako of a federal high court, Abuja, on Friday ordered the Senate to recall the Kogi Central lawmaker, describing a suspension as excessive and in violation of the constitutional rights of her constituents to representation. Akpoti-Uduaghan, a People's Democratic Party (PDP) senator, was suspended in March following a confrontation with Senate President Godswill Akpabio over sitting arrangements. The dispute escalated when she accused the Senate President on national television of retaliating against her for allegedly rejecting his sexual advances, an allegation Akpabio has denied. A lawsuit marked FHC ABJ CS 384/2025 challenged the legality of a suspension. Justice Nyako, while delivering judgment, faulted Chapter 8 of the Senate Standing Rules and Section 14 of the Legislative Houses Powers and Privileges Act, stating they lacked clarity on the maximum suspension period permissible for lawmakers. The court is not saying that the Senate lacks the power to sanction a member. However, such sanctions must not negate the constitutional rights of constituents to be represented in Parliament, Nyako wrote. He noted that since the National Assembly is only constitutionally required to sit for 181 days annually, the 180-day suspension effectively deprived Kogi Central of representation for clearly the entire legislative calendar. However, the court also found Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan guilty of contempt over a satirical Facebook post on April 27, which referenced a suspension. Justice Nyako directed her to publish a formal apology in two national dailies and on her Facebook page within 7 days. A 5 million naira fine was also imposed. Following the ruling, Senate spokesperson Yemi Adaramodu stated that the Senate would not act on a reinstatement unless she fully complies with the court's conditions. Which judgment are we appealing when the court said the Senate has the right to discipline its erring members? The court has not ousted the Senate's statutory right to punish any erring senator, Adaramodu said. He maintained that the Senate's next move would depend on Akpoti-Uduaghan's response to the court's restitution order. It was established that the senator in question had the court has already told her to go and do some things like restitution. So after the restitution, the Senate will now sit again and consider the content of our restitution, and that will inform our next line of action, he added. Let's have your thoughts on your opinions in the comment section below. What do you all think of all this? Like I said, do you think that Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan will follow through with these conditions that have been given to her? Do you think she would do it? Do you think she would comply with these conditions? Because I think that the Senate, knowing fully well that she's a very hard woman, or probably because they do not even want to let down easily, they are now tying their own condition to the conditions given by the courts. They are now tying it together. And whereas those are two, separate things, the conditions given to her, which says that she should go ahead and apologize on 2 national dailies, including her Facebook page as well, was because she did not obey the gag order. So it is just another issue entirely that is, although related, but, it's two different things. It's just two different things. So I don't know why they are trying to tie it together with that one as a condition for a recall. But anyway, guys, we are here waiting. We'll see if, Natasha would comply. But for now, guys, let's take a look at what Natasha has to say to the court's judgment. The lawmaker representing Kogi Central Senatorial District, Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, has reacted to the decision of a court to squash the 6-month suspension slammed against her by the leadership of the Senate. In a post made on X shortly after the Federal High Court, sitting in Abuja, had ordered the immediate recall of a lawmaker, the court, in its judgment on Friday, ordered Akpoti-Uduaghan to resume her legislative duties at the National Assembly. It also ruled that the 6-month suspension imposed on the lawmaker by the Senate leader is excessive and unconstitutional. In reaction, Akpoti-Uduaghan described her suspension as illegal and unconstitutional suspension squashed. She further appreciated well-meaning Nigerians for their support, while stating that together with the citizens' leadership would be redefined. Akpoti-Uduaghan wrote, "Thank you, great people, for your support. Together we redefine leadership," the lawmaker said. What are your thoughts and your opinions? Let's have them in the comments section below, guys. Before we go, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. The first comment here comes from the People's Choice. It says, "Shame on Akpabio and his coyotes." Another person says, "Squashing a suspension. Was there any such ruling?" Yes, there was. Are you not following? Another person by the name Dele says, "The court say she should be recalled, not squashing the suspension. And what if the Senate appealed against the directive?" I think ego is a bone of contention in this case. The court did not render the suspension illegal, but said the 6-month suspension is too excessive and order her recall, which can be appealed. I will appeal to the senator to tool the path of peace and guide her speeches. Let's take one last comment. This comment is from Raymond, who says, "My dear Natasha, don't celebrate just yet. They might have used this to prepare the ground for a next move at the appeal courts to shock you and hide behind this judgment to justify fairness in that trial. The battle is not over yet. You guys don't forget that the federal government has initiated a case against Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, on behalf of Yahya Bello and the Senate President Godswill Akpabio. So this is just the starting point. Let's have your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section. Thank you very much for listening and watching. I will see you all in my next video. Bye for now.